Chapter 5, Cracks Beneath Perfection. 5 years into their marriage, Ethan Sinclair had become the face of Sinclair Corporation. At 32, he was celebrated as one of the country's most promising CEOs. His success story inspired thousands. To the public, Ethan Sinclair seemed to have everything: power, wealth, influence, a beautiful wife, a perfect life. And from the outside, it certainly looked that way. But perfection often hides the deepest cracks. The penthouse had grown quieter over the years. Not because Ethan and Amelia loved each other less, but because life had become busier. Ethan's responsibilities increased with every passing month. Board meetings, investor conferences, business trips, corporate events. His schedule was packed. Meanwhile, Amelia continued supporting him from behind the scenes. Reviewing reports, analyzing market trends, developing strategies, solving crises before they became disasters. The work never stopped. Neither did the sacrifices. One evening, Amelia sat alone at the dining table. A candle flickered softly beside her. The dinner she prepared hours ago had already grown cold. She glanced at the clock. 10:43 p.m. Again. Her phone buzzed. A message from Ethan. Running late. Don't wait up. Amelia stared at the screen. The same message. The same excuse. The same disappointment. She typed a response. Okay. Drive safely. A few seconds later, another message arrived. Love you? Amelia smiled faintly. Love you too. Then she put the phone down. And ate dinner alone. Again. When Ethan finally returned home after midnight, he found Amelia asleep on the couch. A report rested on her lap. Even in her sleep, she had been working. His chest tightened. Guilt? A feeling becoming increasingly familiar. Quietly, he picked up the report. His eyes scanned the pages. A detailed analysis. Market forecasts. Risk assessments. Potential solutions. All related to a problem he had mentioned only 2 days earlier. She had already solved it. Without being asked. Without expecting anything in return, Ethan looked at her sleeping face. The woman who never stopped supporting him. The woman who had sacrificed so much for him. The woman he barely spent time with anymore. Carefully, he brushed a strand of hair away from her face. I'm sorry, he whispered. Amelia didn't hear him. She was already asleep. The following weekend, Ethan finally had 2 days free. A rare occurrence. He planned everything. Breakfast together. A walk through the city. Dinner at their favorite restaurant. An entire weekend devoted to Amelia. He wanted to make up for lost time. Unfortunately, life had other plans. Saturday morning. 8:17 a.m. His phone rang. Ethan frowned. Who was calling this early? The answer appeared on the screen. Richard Sinclair. His father. Ethan sighed. Amelia immediately noticed. Take it? He hesitated. It's our weekend. Take it? Reluctantly, he answered. 5 minutes later, he looked miserable. What happened? The Singapore acquisition, Amelia already knew. A major deal. One worth hundreds of millions. The board wants an emergency meeting. She smiled sadly. Go. Amelia, go. Oh. I promised, Ethan. She took his hand. The company needs you. He hated hearing those words. Because she was always understanding. Always supportive. Always willing to come second. And lately. That was exactly what had been happening. By evening, Ethan was still at the office. The emergency meeting had become multiple meetings. The multiple meetings became a crisis. The crisis consumed the entire weekend. By Sunday night, he finally returned home. Exhausted. Only to find Amelia sitting on the balcony. Reading? Alone. The sight hurt more than any business problem. I'm sorry. Amelia looked up. Her smile was genuine. And somehow that made things worse. It's okay. No. He sat beside her. It's not. She closed her book. For a moment, neither spoke. Then Ethan asked quietly, "Are you unhappy?" The question surprised her. "Why would you ask that?" "Because I never see you anymore." Amelia almost laughed. The irony was unbelievable. "You never see me?" His expression fell. "Okay. Perhaps that came out wrong." Amelia sighed. "I didn't mean it like that." "Then what did you mean?" She looked out at the city lights, searching for the right words. Finally, she spoke. "I miss you." The confession was simple, honest, and heartbreaking. Ethan's chest tightened. "I know. No." She shook her head. "I don't think you do." He fell silent. Because she was right. He didn't. Not fully. Not until now. Not until hearing the loneliness in her voice. "I miss having breakfast together," Amelia continued softly. "I miss movie nights. I miss our conversations. I miss when we used to laugh over nothing." Each sentence felt like a knife. Because Ethan missed those things too. He just hadn't realized how much. Somewhere along the way, success had begun consuming everything. Including the marriage he treasured most. "I'll do better." Amelia smiled sadly. "You always say that." The words weren't angry. They weren't cruel. They were simply true. And somehow that hurt even more. A few weeks later, Amelia attended a charity gala with Ethan. The event was glamorous. Wealthy donors. Corporate leaders. Influential politicians. Everything proceeded normally until Amelia overheard a conversation. Two women standing nearby. Neither realized she could hear them. "That's Ethan Sinclair's wife." "Really?" "Yes." The second woman studied Amelia. "I heard she got lucky." The first laughed. "Very lucky. Imagine marrying a billionaire." Amelia froze. The familiar assumption. Again. Always the same. She wanted to walk away. Pretend she didn't hear it. But then another comment followed. "I wonder what she actually contributes." The women laughed. And for the first time in years, Amelia felt something she rarely experienced. Resentment. Not toward the women. Not even toward Ethan. Toward the situation itself. Because no matter how hard she worked, no matter how much she sacrificed, no matter how much she contributed, the world only saw a wealthy man's wife. Nothing more. That night, Amelia couldn't sleep. She stood in her office reviewing reports, trying to distract herself. But her thoughts kept returning to the same question. Who am I? Not as Ethan's wife. Not as the woman behind the CEO. Not as the invisible strategist. Just Amelia. When was the last time she pursued something for herself? When was the last time someone recognized her work? When was the last time she felt seen? The answers were uncomfortable. Because she couldn't remember. A knock interrupted her thoughts. Ethan entered quietly. "You should be sleeping." "So should you?" He smiled. Then his gaze fell upon the dozens of reports scattered across her desk. All related to Sinclair Corporation. All work she was doing for free. Again. His smile disappeared. Slowly, he walked forward. Then he noticed something. A small notebook lying beside her laptop. Curious, he opened it. Inside were dozens of business ideas. New ventures. New companies. New innovations. Not for Sinclair Corporation. For Amelia. His eyes widened. "You never told me about these." Amelia looked uncomfortable. "They're just ideas." "No." He flipped through more pages. "They're brilliant." She laughed softly. "You say that about everything." "I'm serious." For a moment, Ethan stared at the notebook. Then a realization struck him. A painful one. While he was building his dream, Amelia had quietly put hers aside. For him. For their marriage. For their future. And suddenly Ethan wondered how much she had sacrificed without ever telling him. The thought unsettled him. Because deep down, he knew the answer. Far too much. And if he wasn't careful, The woman who had given him everything might eventually realize she deserved more.